And I was like, something felt really weird. Like it felt like a worm was like wiggling in my bone. Like it just felt funny. Like it just didn't feel normal. And like I just kept on doing this to my arm. Like it was just like annoying. Like something was just wrong. I just knew it was nothing right. I went to so many doctors. I went to probably about like 10 different doctors. I went to pain management doctors. I went to bone doctors. I went to so many doctors you could think of. I went to Johns Hopkins, the hospital that they said was like the best hospital of medicine in Baltimore. When I got that result saying that it was cancerous at the time, of course, like it was just like, we've been already going down all these hallways with different doctors that were cancer doctors and different doctors. I was seeing so many different doctors at the time. It was just bound that I was still scared. Like any typical person, like you hear cancer, always the end result, people at the time would like die. It was a lot of different side effects, like, that from the chemotherapy, what it do to your normal cells. I just thought you lose your hair. Chemo's over. So at the age of 15, being diagnosed with cancer, and then at the age of 24, being in the wrong place, wrong time, getting shot. So the night I got shot, I literally just finished work about a 12-hour shift. I worked 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. My friends and I, we decided to go to Washington, D.C. to celebrate our friend's 25th birthday. I was just on the phone, facing the garage, letting my best friend know, like, I just got to the garage, like, where are you? And they were trying to rob him, and it still happened to be near him, and I got shot. Out of 6 of us, only him and I got shot. These trials and battles that I've been through, like fighting cancer and battling cancer and being shot, it just shows me that, like, I am really strong. Like, cause to be shot and go through cancer, those are situations where people don't survive. Men and women who's going through trauma, just never try to look like what you've been through. I know it's hard, but just keep on trying and keep on pushing. You will get through it. Hello, Trend Pulse. My name is Tanisha Henry. I'm a 27-year-old registered nurse from Baltimore, Maryland. I recently just moved to Atlanta, Georgia. At the age of 15, I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma is a type of bone cancer that attacks the long bones in your body. How I knew something was wrong was when I was just laying in bed one night, and my mom she's a registered nurse as well, and she was gone to work, and I was just in my bed, just lay down, and my dad was downstairs, and I was like, something felt really weird. Like it felt like a worm was like wiggling in my bone. Like it just felt funny. Like it just didn't feel normal. And like I just kept on doing this to my arm. Like it was just like annoying. Like something was just wrong. I just knew it was nothing right. So I brought it to my dad's attention. I said, Dad, my arm is just feeling funny. Like, and he said, okay, like we're gonna go to your pediatric doctor, and you will let them know what's going on. I went to him, and remind you, I danced at school. I was a part of the dance magnet in middle school, and he was like, probably just pulled up muscle, something. Like, the doctor looking like, you're just too young to have cancer. Like he was just like not trying to even think of nothing too crazy. He just like, you probably pulled a bone or strained your body. That's all he just thought it would be. I went to so many doctors. I went to probably about like 10 different doctors. I went to pain management doctors. I went to bone doctors. I went to so many doctors you could think of. I went to Johns Hopkins, the hospital that they said was like the best hospital of medicine in Baltimore. And no one in there could figure out what was wrong. Like I did all the scans you could think of. I did MRI, X-rays, CAT scans, bone scans, pain tests. I did everything you could think of, and nothing showed anything. Until one day, I went to my mom's knee doctor. Remind you, he doesn't even see patients my age at the time, but he was like, hear my mom, the frustration, how I'm going through this pain every day. Remind you, the pain would happen randomly. I couldn't tell you what time of the day it was going to happen. It just happened randomly, and it will happen every day, but I just couldn't tell you what time. And when the pain progressed over the years, it got worse and worse. First, it was just something that was a little annoying, to the point where I couldn't even handle it no more. I couldn't bear it. I couldn't take it anymore. So my mom's doctor was like, okay, come in, bring her in, let's check her out. He took me next door. Remind you, next door was like a new machine, a new MRI machine, new building that just got built with the new MRI machine in there. And he looked at me as a new patient. Most of these doctors were looking at what the other doctor was saying, looking at the old scans, and weren't taking new scans. So he was like, let me take fresh scans. Took fresh scans of my arm, my right arm. As you see now, I have a scar here. And he took the scan, and it said, it was black. Like, I remember when we went back to the doctor, it was like the scan results was dark on this side, like indicating that something is there. And he said, she needs surgery. Go back to that doctor. Remind you, I did get a biopsy done. One of the doctors took me serious and was like, okay, let's do a biopsy. They went inside and they just saw like a hole in my bone, and they filled it back in with artificial bone tissue. And then after that, like 6 months gap, I probably like was kind of pain free for a little bit. But after that biopsy, the pain came back worse every day. Every day, the pain came back worse every day after the biopsy. And at first, it was like when I first was experiencing the pain, it was like every other day. Like, I couldn't tell you what time it was going to happen throughout the day, but it was every other day. But after the biopsy, the pain happened every single day. Random times, and it was just worse. But in the beginning, it was random, like every other day, skip days. But then after the biopsy, the pain came every day after that. But I did get like a 6 months like relief with no pain after the biopsy, like almost fine. But then it came back worse. So they went about, the treatment. I ended up going back to the doctor that did the original biopsy, saying like, listen, like the pain is back. We have MRI results saying that, something is here. We need to figure out what's really going on. Like, is more than just was a hole in the bone. It's more than that. So I went back to the doctor, and we end up going to a different doctor because the person that originally did my biopsy, he wasn't available anymore. So I had to go to his partner that he was working with at the time. And the partner was like, okay, we can just go in and just do surgery. But he said, if you do the chemotherapy, it will kill the bad cells that we can't see with just looking at it on the image. So I was like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather do the combination surgery and chemo to make sure all the cancer cells are gone. So I did surgery to remove the tumor. Unfortunately, the tumor was too close to my rotator cuff. So they had to take the tumor and take part of my good bone. So they had to take half and half to make sure they took the whole thing out. They had to take, half here, half down here to make sure they took the whole tumor out without leaving anything there. But I still did the chemotherapy just to make sure everything was gone. When I went for the second time, when they said, oh, something is here, go back to your doctor. And, at the time I'm young, like I'm just in a positive spirit. Like I just have a positive mindset that I'm going to get through this. Like I can get through this. So when I went to my doctor's appointment to know what was the result of when they did the next surgery to remove the tumor to see what it was, if it was cancerous or benign, when I got that result saying that it was cancerous at the time, of course, it was just like, we've been already going down all these hallways with different doctors that were cancer doctors and different doctors. I was seeing so many different doctors at the time. It was just bound that, I just had a feeling that it probably was. And, at that time, I just was like, Tanisha, you're going to get through this. Like, I just had a positive mindset that I was going to overcome this, this situation. And when I was in there, a little girl named Anna at the time, she just finished her, what are called chemo session. And we had the same cancer, but her cancer was on her leg and mine was on my arm. And I'm like, for her to go through cancer from her leg and jump into her lungs, I'm like, and mine's in the spread. Like mine's is so close. Like, my arm to my lungs is closer than your legs to your lungs. And hers spread from her legs to her lungs, but mine's didn't. And I said, for her to be 8 and for her to get through this, I'm like, I can do it. I'm like, I can do this just like she did. But of course, I was motivated at the time. I was positive. Like I was going into it positive. I just already knew like you lose your hair with chemo. I just knew the basics. But of course, I was still scared. Like any typical person, like you hear cancer, always the end result, people at the time would like die, but I would just still try to think positive. But at the same time, when I started hearing all the side effects, I started getting nervous. I started getting scared. The side effects were probably in the future, you can't get pregnant. It was a lot of different side effects, like, that from the chemotherapy, what it do to your normal cells. I just thought you lose your hair. I didn't know that it could do a lot of more stuff than what the basic stuff. So I did get a little scared and like got a little bit nervous, but I still try to keep a positive mindset, because if I didn't keep positive, I feel like it would have been a bad process for me. Well, I went through my chemotherapy and everything went, I had a roller coaster. It wasn't a smooth process. It was ups and downs. I had to be homeschooled. I had to do homeschool. I was, remind you, I was popular in school. People knew me. I was walking up and down the hallways. People knew me and everything. And then having to be homeschooled, but it was a little tough. I would say I missed my prom. I missed my senior prom. Didn't get to go to I missed my junior prom. I missed my junior prom. I was able to go to my senior prom, but I missed my junior prom. But, things made up for it. Everything, ended up working out. But it's just like, I missed some things with, going through chemotherapy, and like couldn't go to movies with being around people because, my immune system was weak going through the chemotherapy. So it was a little different experience, but I still try to keep a positive mindset through it all. That was the main thing. And me surviving cancer, I was like, I got this. Like, like a lot of people that I was in the hospital with at the time, some of them didn't make it. Anna passed away. I met other people that was in the hospital. People passed away. So I just like, what? I got to keep strong for them. For the people that wasn't able to make it, I had to keep on, going. I had to keep on moving my life and like keep on being positive and just putting the positive light out there. So at the age of 15, being diagnosed with cancer, and then at the age of 24, being in the wrong place, wrong time, getting shot. So I just like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this time around, like getting shot was like, okay, like what is going on? Like, why? Like, I definitely asked myself like a couple times, like, why me? Because it's like, I went through the worst things that no one ever wanted to experience, being shot or being diagnosed with cancer. Like, I feel like those are the worst things. I mean, it's other diseases and other things that people go through in life that is terrible. But like, shot and having cancer is already it's a lot. So the night I got shot, I literally just finished work about 12-hour shift. I worked 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. My friends and I, we decided to go to Washington, D.C. to celebrate our friend's 25th birthday. We all turned 25 this year, so we went out to D.C. to celebrate her birthday. It was karaoke night. We went to go celebrate karaoke with her and celebrate with her. And by the time we got there, because DC is 40 minutes away from Baltimore, so by the time we got there, the karaoke session was kind of already over. So she was like, I feel bad. Like, you guys just drove so far out here. Let's go to the club. We're like, okay, we're already out here. We already look cute. Like, why not? Let's go to the club. We go to the club. We're having a good time. We're all partying, having a good time with her, celebrating her in the club. Then it's time to go. We're leaving to go home now. Like, we're literally walking on the sidewalk on the strip on U Street to go back home to the garage to get in our cars and go back home. And I promise you, I'm gonna phone my best friend, like letting her know I just got to the garage. Like, remind you, my best friend was out DC as well because her brother, it was prom weekend. There was a lot going on. A lot of different celebrations were going on in DC that night. And my best friend happened to be out DC as well. And she was gonna come get me from the garage. I was gonna end up leaving with her because we both live in the same neighborhood. So she was gonna come get me. And I'm gonna phone with her like, best friend, I just got to the garage. Like, where are you? I'm gonna phone her facing the garage so I don't see or hear anybody like trying to rob anybody or anything. So I'm just facing the garage, like telling her I got to the garage. All I hear is pow, pow, pow. My first instinct was to just run. Like, it was so loud. Like, like it sounded like the gun was like right behind my head. So I just ran and I got behind a brick wall. Cause I said, if I get behind this brick wall and they keep shooting, I'll be fine. So I got down on the ground. And my friend, she was probably like 4 foot, like she's shorter than me. And we both ran the same direction. It was 6 of us walking on the strip to go to the garage to go home. 2 boys and 3 girls. Where's that 3 girls? No, 4 girls. So it was 4 girls and 2 boys. So yeah, there's 6 of us. And we end up all walking to the garage together. And I got down, my friend who was shorter than me, we both ran the same direction. I got down, and when I got behind that wall, I started feeling really funny. I'm like, I don't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. Like, the ground like started getting really glossy. I just knew I got shot. Like, I just knew. Like, I just felt wrong. I just didn't feel right. So I'm telling my friend in front of me, like, I think I got shot. And she's like, no way. Like, no, you didn't. I'm like, I think I got shot. Like, I'm really on the ground. Like, I just felt really weird. Like, I felt weird. And I called my mom instantly. I called her like, Mom, I think I got shot. Like, she thought it was a prank. Like, she thought I was playing with her because sometimes I play around. Like, I like to have fun. I like to joke, but not to this certain extent. But she just thought like I was playing with her. And I'm like, no, like, Mama, I think I got shot. And she's like, no, like, like she's freaking out. Mama's older, 40-minute drive from Baltimore to DC. She's older. And my brother just got home in the house from DC as well. He was out DC celebrating his own friends, doing his own thing. We all was out DC, like, look, my best friend, my brother, everybody so happened to be in DC that night, celebrating different things. And I just so happened to be in the wrong street, wrong block, wrong time. And it's so crazy because I park in that garage all the time. The same garage that I got shot at is a garage that I parked at before when I go to DC to go for dinners or celebrations. I always park in that garage. Never had a problem. It was fine. But this time around was just not the right timing for me. So come to figure out, like, after, the next day, like, I'm waking up, I'm hearing different stories of, like, what happened. Apparently, these guys came out their vehicle, trying to rob my friend's boyfriend. So, like I said, it was two guys, and they were just walking us to the garage that we parked at, just taking us to our garage. And these guys came out of nowhere with guns and saying, give me, like, trying to rob my friend's boyfriend, like, trying to take whatever he had. And they didn't even take anything and just started shooting and shot him in his stomach. And I believe that, it went through him and then it went through me. So I got, like, a stray bullet because I never had no interactions with the robbers. I never talked to them. I never saw them. To this day, I don't know what they look like. I don't know. I didn't see anything. I was just on the phone facing the garage, letting my best friend know, like, I just got to the garage, like, where are you? And they were trying to rob him, and it still happened to be near him, and I got shot. Out of 6 of us, only him and I got shot. And I'm not gonna lie, this time around, I was not in a positive spirit. I was more dark, more like, why me? And, like, was really confused and really kind of frustrated because it's like, I already went through cancer. I already went through that already. Now I gotta go through being shot. And, like, who wants to walk around and said they got shot? Like, like, it's never a good look. Like, when you hear somebody get shot, like, you always like, well, what are you into? Where you be around? Like, what are you into? And it's like, I don't be in no situations, no bad situations. I don't own a gun. I don't do anything like that. Like, I don't even be around people that even be in situations like that. So it's like, for me to even be in that situation or even walk around and say, I got shot, just literally it left a bad taste with me. And, like, I don't really even really talking about it, to be honest, because it just sometimes it's like, like, it just doesn't look good, But at the end of the day, like, I look at it where it's like a blessing. Like, I'm still here. I'm still able to walk, talk, and I look at it as like a blessing too in disguise, like my friend, because, like I said, my friend is shorter than me. So, like, where it hit me, I got shot in my left butt cheek. So I feel like she could have got shot in her spine, or she could have been dead, and I could have been dead, So, like, and even the guy that got shot as well, we both survived. We both are still here, which is still a blessing. What motivated me to become a nurse? I really always wanted to be a model originally, but growing up in the Caribbean household, being a model or stuff like that was just, it wasn't. They didn't go for it. They were like, no, you need to be in healthcare. You need to be a doctor, nurse, lawyer. Like, that's just how it was in the Caribbean household. But, growing up, I ended up wanting to become a physical therapist because I was like, I can't do it. Blood. I'm scared of blood. I don't like it. And I was like, I don't want to follow my mom's footsteps. Like, I want to do my own thing. But then me going through my own, experiences with me having cancer and everything, that inspired me because my nurse, she was a cancer survivor and she came back to work for the doctor that took care of her. And I was like, that is cool. Like, you came back to work for a doctor that took care of you. Like, wow. Like, and I'm going through cancer now. Like, I can give back. I can work, come work for the, community that took care of me. So my first job as a registered nurse was med-surg oncology. So I came back to work for the, the hospital that took care of me, but with adults, not with pediatric patients. But I still came back to get back with that community. And my nurse, she inspired me. And I still ended up following my mama's footsteps. These trials and battles that I've been through, like fighting cancer and battling cancer and being shot, it just shows me that, like, I am really strong. Like, because like, to be shot and go through cancer, those are situations where people don't survive. Like, there's not a lot of people that survive being shot or having cancer. And for me to be still here, like, I have a purpose. And I'm still trying to figure out why am I still here. And, I'm going to still do things I love when I'm not working. Like, I like to model. I like taking pictures. I like doing content creation. Like, I'm going to still continue to do things that I love outside of nursing. I love advocating for people. I love taking care of people. That's just who I am. Like, I just love that. But outside of that, I still have aspirations and goals that I want to do outside of nursing as well, which, like, becoming a model, like, taking pictures. Like, that was just always what I always wanted to do. Like, growing up, I just love taking pictures, just being in the spotlight. That was just always to me. I would tell any woman out there that's going through any trauma, or men, like men and women who's going through trauma, just never try to look like what you've been through. I know sometimes it's hard, like, I just don't like to walk around looking like what I've been through. Like, I've been through the toughest of the toughest, and you would never know. Like, people would look at me, would never expect that I got shot or had cancer. Like, you would never know, because I don't carry myself like that. That's just my goal, where just like, I don't want to look like what I've been through. Like, you're still here for a reason. Try to figure it out and just keep pushing and try to stay positive. I know it's hard, but just keep on trying and keep on pushing. You will get through it. And just waking up, the next day, waking up in the hospital after being shot really took a toll on me, because literally the day before at work, I took care of a patient, and I literally woke up looking just like that patient. I literally woke up with all the tubings, NG tubes, Foley, wound vac, the whole med-surg 9 of a patient. Like, I woke up looking just like that patient, and it was just so crazy to me. It was just like, wow. Like, it was just like, wow, your life can really just change like that. And being shot was just really traumatic. That was like the worst process, I would say, that really happened to me. But I'm here now. I overcome it, and I still have the scars, to remind me every day. I have the scar right here from the cancer, scar on my stomach, from being shot. So it's like, I have the battling scars at me every day to remind me, like, Tisha, like, you've been through a lot, but you're still here. Stay strong and stay encouraged. Like, you will get through the toughest times. Like, just try to stay positive. That's the most thing that I could just keep telling myself, is like, just stay positive. Because if I wasn't positive, Tanisha, it would just not be good. I just feel like it would just not be good. But I just keep on saying, I'm here for a reason, and I'm gonna get to that goal. I'm gonna get to that reason why I'm still here. And God has a great plan for me. My goals in life now is to become part of a agency, like an influencer agency that can help me get into bigger rooms and, help get my face out there. I'm really consistent. I've been working hard. I've been, collabing with a lot of different brands and different companies. Like, people are still seeing the light in me. They're seeing, oh, she has a lot of potential. People love working with me, and I get the job done. But I just want to, get a part of an agency right now. That's really like my next goal, far as like being a part of like the influencer world and everything, is getting a part of an agency. And I feel like everything I've been through, like, I can really connect with my patients even more on a deeper level, because like, I know how it is to be a patient. I know how it is to be in their shoes, to be in the bed, even though we probably be going through two different situations, but I just know how it is to be in that bed, and how, the emotions, and I just know how it is. So like, I can relate with them and take care of them at a different level, because I understand and I've been there. Thank you so much, Trend Pulse, for this interview. I hope you were inspired and encouraged by my interview, my questions, everything that I've been through. And yeah.
So I thank God that it didn't metastasize to my lungs.